Hey everyone! Hope everyone is staying healthy. It is Saturday, August 28th. And you guys know what that means. It is Amanda's birthday. We have a surprise birthday party for Amanda today. I had ordered her a gift through Amazon about 4 days ago, but it seems like Amazon is a little slow this week. So her gift is in here. So I decided, well, why not try and do the next, that's Amanda. Saying thank you for saying happy birthday. Yeah, I was like, well, why not do the next best thing and let's go make her a gift. Today is really going to be a how-to video, but it is going to be a very short one regarding how to make a giant Jenga. So that's what we are going to be giving Amanda for her gift. Her party is in 2 hours. I have to be there in 2 hours, so I got to get really going. I just did a quick calculation. Yes, I am an engineer. Tori was making fun of me the other day, asking why I don't have a CAD software. But I told her, yeah, most of my engineering is done on paper. Just for anybody who wants to make a giant Jenga. So we're going to be making it out of 2x4s. For those who don't know, 2x4s actually aren't 2x4 inches. They are actually 1.5 by 3.5 inches by the length that you decide to purchase. And even then, if you get an 8-foot board, it isn't always 8 foot. It's actually a little bit longer. But we're actually probably going to be buying studs. So studs are 8 foot, so they are 96 inches long. So I did a little bit of math to see how many studs I need to go buy. So obviously with the Jenga blocks, or Tumbling Tower, I know Jenga is the actual, is like the manufacturer, the name of the brand, but I'm gonna call them Jengas. So with the Jenga blocks, you want to be able to have a square, right? Because you got to be able to stack them, you know, 3 in this direction and 3 in that. So you got to have a square, basically. With the width of the 2x4 being 3.5 inches, basically when you stack 3 next to each other, you get to 10.5 inches in total width. So kind of using that to estimate how many studs I need to buy. My target is to go 3 feet tall as the starting height. So 3 feet converted to inches is 36 inches. If you want to see how many heights or layers you can get out of a 8-foot board, you basically divide the length of the 2x4. I'm going to be buying 8 foot so I can easily fit them in my pickup truck. You divide it by your 10.5 inch width. So again, it has to be a square. So basically you can get 9 boards out of that 2x4 by 8 foot long. Which then means that one 2x4 by 8 foot will get you 4.5 inches in height. Again, that's 1.5 inches each board times 3 layers. So 1.5 times 3 is 4.5 inches in height. Therefore, my target being, again, 36 inches or 3 feet tall, we need to go get 8 boards. Using COVID costs, that is about $30. Each board is about $3.75. But yeah, with that, again, I am in a rush. I need to get going to Home Depot or Lowe's, get these blocks. I have made a giant Jenga once in the past. And really, for lessons learned, I did stain them, and I also put poly on them, sanded them, of course, and the results actually weren't too good. The reason for is you want as minimal friction between the boards as possible. So with the poly, it actually caused them to stick a little bit. But I think this time, also because I'm limited with time, and to be able to, again, reduce on friction, I'm just going to sand them down, probably with 120 grit, maybe 240 if I can find some at Home Depot or Lowe's. That will, again, hopefully allow for less friction between the boards. So 8 2x4 by 8 and some sandpaper is what I am headed to Home Depot or Lowe's to go get. Hey everyone, so we made it back from Lowe's. It is already 1:02 p.m. Again, I have a party I need to be at with this by 2 o'clock. So that means I gotta get this finished in about 30 minutes. Let's give you just a quick view of what I am gonna be working with. So again, I got 8 studs, 2x4s by 96 inches or 8 feet long. I'm gonna start off by sanding. I did buy some 180 and 360 grit sandpaper, but I do have 120 and 60. So of course we need a sander, and then we'll be using this compound miter saw. You will need obviously a measuring tape. I have a square. I'm gonna probably be using this pencil instead of this marker, but that's really all you need. So my garage is extremely dirty, and I have the tractor in there right now. So I actually decided to just set up some little bucks outside, and then just put a flat top where I'm going to be doing the work basically. Oh, you do need power too, right? So I do have an extension cord out here from the garage. But yeah, with that, again, this should be a very simple job. I have 30 minutes really to get this done. But yeah, I would recommend sanding everything down first. It's better to sand obviously 8-foot boards instead of having to do every individual one. Once we're done cutting with the miter saw, we probably will have to come back and just round off the edges where we did the cut. And then also, maybe for those who don't know, a miter saw will typically take off anything from 1/16 to 1/8 of an inch where your cut is actually cutting. So if you're trying to get precise measurements for how long the boards you need, be sure that you obviously also consider that. With that, yeah, I'll give you, I guess I'll jump forward and we'll get to the cutting after the sanding is done. Hey everyone. So do yourself a favor and buy prime wood. So studs are a lot better finish, so it'll require less finish work or sanding. But what I'm going to start off with is 80 grit sandpaper. Just very quickly, just knock off any rough patches. There isn't much against this prime wood. And then I'm going to switch over to 180 grit, and I'm hoping this will give us a really good finish. But yeah, with that, again, we are short on time, so let's get going. Alright, so we just finished sanding. It took about 10 minutes to do all 8 boards. Again, now we have the miter saw on the table, and we're going to be cutting these 2x4s to 10.5-inch lengths. Ten and a half inches long. Gonna have a lot of these. Tired. And there you go. That is what a 3-foot tall giant Jenga looks like. When it's stacked, you know, when you start stacking up, it'll likely, I would think, it's gonna grow like another 2 feet. Well, that took about 15 minutes. It was a lot of cutting. So if you can see closely, there are rough edges that the miter saw caused. So I will have to just very quickly use the orbital sander to some finishing. But yeah, tried pulling these blocks out. They are a little, obviously these blocks are heavy, so it does require some force. But they do come out pretty good. Once I sanded again each block just very quickly, I think I should also improve it a bit. So yeah, let me clean all this up. I am just gonna sand that down, but I think that's really it for this video. Again, very easy project. You just need to really do your sanding. Orbital sanders help a lot instead of having a hand sand. A miter saw, of course, is great for cutting the 2x4s in length that you need. But yeah, that's really a giant Jenga. And there's Miss Hazel's. Peanut, of course, the other side of the house, she was hanging here until this miter saw started running, and then she booked it. Well, with that, see you guys. Hope you liked the video.
related question. Hey, come on. There's some wiggle.
Oh.
Wobble. Wobble, baby. You're not camera shy.
No, we're all one of us is gonna catch it.
Oh, you got it.
That seems like the one.
That's lose concentration. Maggie, are you ticklish? Oh. Do you feel pain?
No.
There it is, yes! Just trying to make her laugh.
So
She laughed.
impressive how
As long as she
happy
messes
we
up.
Look at that.
Oh!